أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون صدق الله العلي العظيم. 10th class, I came today to teach you the structure of the brain, a topic you are waiting for. I know when I told in the last minute of last lecture that I am going to teach you brain, that you are anxiously waiting for that. So I go back to recall some informations. The brain is a part of the CNS, the central nervous system, equal to brain plus spinal cord. Now you are watching a diagram of an organ of your body which is leading you, which is leading all organs. If endocrine system is fighting with nervous system, that we are two different systems, the nervous system is telling you that your master gland, I will verify in this diagram that master, the boss of endocrine gland, is situated in the brain and is situated in the hypothalamus. And of course the brain give order to P gland, mean pituitary gland. It will order endocrine glands, mean endocrine glands, endocrine system, chemical coordination. At the start of this chapter I told you chemical coordination superior and nervous system superior. How you can be superior when you are living in the home of one individual and you are feeding you are feeding also from that house, you are taking shelter, and you are telling you are my competitor? You can't say this thing. He's not the competitor. He is not the competitor. Who is the competitor? The competitor is that nervous system is leading chemical coordination in endocrine glands. I will also verify. Now I will tell you a part of the brain, a yellow part is visible to you. Yellow part, that is the visible to you. Yellow part, you are watching? Yes, you are watching this yellow part is the forebrain. This is the part of the forebrain. Major part in our brain is the forebrain. And forebrain has three parts. Most of the scientists think that forebrain actually brain. Midbrain, hindbrain, which I will name, that is the part of spinal cord. They don't think so even part of the brain. Because if you will see all major processing, decisions, interpretation of the messages are being done here. So if you will see one by one, yellow color part of the forebrain, cerebrum, cerebrum, finished. Brain structure finished with cerebrum. Brain structure finished with cerebrum. Whatever you will study, other structures that will help cerebrum to decide the message. Cerebrum is your boss, students. They are going to decide the message in your body, because cerebrum divided into two hemispheres, one hemisphere and the second hemisphere. I cannot show a figure by this angle. If you will see front side, so you have two hemispheres. One right hemisphere, yellow part, is divided into two parts. One is a right cerebral hemisphere and one is the left cerebral hemisphere. One is the right cerebral hemisphere and other is the left cerebral hemisphere. So these right and the left cerebral hemispheres will tell us that how much important surface area will tell us. If you see the surface area of this brain, you can see the surface area. Surface area is quite large. It means it consists of millions of neurons. I will say nerves because collection of the neuron is called nerves. I told you in the last lecture cerebrum. Okay, I have to tell you other parts of the forebrain which are also important, but hypothalamus I was naming just because that is controlling endocrine system, and the competition between endocrine system, nervous system finished. When nervous system say your boss is situated in my office. What is the office? Hypothalamus is the office. And what is happening here? Cerebrum and that part, if I will show you here, that part visible? Yes, this part. It is called thalamus, and this part is called hypothalamus. So these two areas, one is this area, thalamus, this is the hypothalamus. Acha, why it is called hypothalamus? Do you know the meaning of hypotonic solution? What was the definition of the hypotonic solution? What was the definition of the hypotonic solution? Water more, solute less. Of course,
So this hypertonic solution were based, definitions were based, which I told you in the 9th class, on the basis of presence of solute concentration, not in the presence of the water concentration. Always solute molecules are more important. Solvent is not much important. Solvent is a water, it is a universal solvent. So when solute more, that is hyper. That is a hyper, just like hypertension, blood pressure, hyper more, solute more, hyper, solute less, hypo. So hypo mean here, hypo mean below the thalamus, thalamus at the upper side, the hypothalamus at the lower side. And what point I told you about the hypothalamus? Students, what point I told you about the hypothalamus? That is the key point, that is the breaking news of hypothalamus, because hypothalamus is going to have a unique structure, P gland. P gland, I am naming, the full name is pituitary gland. Now you are asking, sir, what is this name and why you are naming this name again and again? I will tell you. When I start the lecture, I told you we will discuss two glands, two systems. One is a nervous system, one is a glandular system, one is an endocrine system, one is a nervous system. What is the endocrine system? There are many glands in our body. These glands, you know, two glands, exocrine gland, endocrine glands. I was naming exocrine gland in the digestive system. What was that? Exocrine glands were secreting their secretions directly, not directly into the blood. They are secreting their secretion into the duct, into the tube, like pancreatic duct, like the bile duct, like the gastric duct of the gastric gland. So those were exocrine gland. Here endocrine gland. Endocrine glands are so many, and we will study in this chapter. Endocrine glands secrete different hormones, and endocrine glands definition is that they secrete their secretion directly into blood. So this is hypothalamus and this is thalamus. Hypothalamus important. Hypothalamus I have to make once again. I am giving importance to this structure because in that is P gland. Now once again, what is the P gland, sir? P gland is a pituitary gland. Pituitary. I just wrote, little a bit move back this clip and see the spelling I wrote. Pituitary. Pituitary gland, master gland, the boss of endocrine glands. Now you are getting the answer. All glands which are situated in your body. All glands which are situated in your body. All glands which are situated, endocrine glands which are situated in your body, they are under control of P gland, pituitary gland, master gland. So P gland is controlling all endocrine glands of the body. So what is happening now? That if you see in this clip, thalamus, hypothalamus, so I told you how many structures? I told you how many structures? 3 structures. One is cerebrum. I gave importance to cerebrum because it was the major structure of the brain. It is going to decide the message, interpret the message. All messages which are coming by sensory neuron from receptors to CNS, receptor to the CNS, all messages, they will be decided in the cerebrum, yellow color. And cerebrum is so large. I will tell you one important point. You are alert. If you are alert, then I will tell you. If you are not alert, I will tell you later on. Okay, you are alert. Okay, cerebrum divided into the 2 hemispheres, I told. Okay, I told or not? If I did not tell, I will repeat. The cerebral hemisphere, cerebrum divided into the right cerebral hemisphere and the left cerebral hemisphere. Okay, clear? Now how they are interconnected with each other? Well, if they are the parts of the one brain and they have 2 lobes, how they are interlinked, teach you in the senior section. If I will get opportunity, if I would have been in the college, inshallah, I will teach you. Nobody knows who is, definitely you know that time matters, that where you will be and where I will be. If you may stay in college, I wish you do first year from this college. When you will be here, I will tell you one point. Some fibers, I am not naming those very technical name of those fibers, you will be confused, but I will tell you some fibers which will connect the right cerebral hemisphere with the left cerebral hemisphere. Right cerebral hemisphere with the left cerebral hemisphere. So right cerebral hemisphere and the left cerebral hemisphere will be interconnected with each other, and right cerebral hemisphere and the left cerebral hemisphere, they will be interconnected. I am telling you again, they will be interconnected by the fiber corpus callosum. I just spoke the name, just forget that name, just keep that this is the name, just corpus callosum, just for to remind you. You will study in senior classes. The significant point I am telling you, that right portion Yeah, this is very important. That's why I was asking that I should tell you or not, if you are alert. Right cerebral hemisphere controlling your left part of the body. Look at the nature discovery. The right cerebral hemisphere is controlling the left part of the body, and the left cerebral hemisphere is controlling the right part of the body. How it happens, these discussions will also be in senior sections, but this is astonishable, yaar. Right cerebral hemisphere is controlling the left part of the body, left cerebral hemisphere is controlling the right part of the body. And one thing more which I would like to share, one information with you. Three parts. Cerebrum I am naming. I should identify first of all everything. Cerebrum I identified. Thalamus I am just pointing out, and then I will tell you hypothalamus. Hypothalamus has other functions as well, so don't forget that hypothalamus is only having P gland, pituitary gland, and boss of endocrine gland and nervous system, beat endocrine system by hypothalamus, and convincing hypothalamus that you have the P gland, pituitary gland, which is controlling all endocrine glands of the body. So endocrine glands cannot speak, just like America. Most of the countries don't speak against America. You know that America says why we are supporting you, just like in the Pakistan also they say. You know, in 9/11 attack, Pakistanis are unable to speak much against America because they're getting the support. So brain was giving support to P gland. P gland is not going to fight with the nervous system, and therefore P gland, pituitary gland, all decisions do by getting advice from this cerebrum. Mean the brain, mean hypothalamus, thalamus, cerebrum. They are the parts of the forebrain. This is my discussion. Cerebrum divided into the two parts: right cerebral hemisphere, the left cerebral hemisphere. And three parts I told you just now. And one more thing I would like to tell you. Students, that is very important, that the thalamus and hypothalamus, they are the parts of the forebrain, but the major part of the forebrain is the cerebrum. Major part of the forebrain is the cerebrum, and hypothalamus another function. That's why I was a little wanted to explain more about the hypothalamus. Yes, the temperature regulation. You were studying the chapter number 2, in which you wanted to control the temperature in the human body. What was the term which was being used when the temperature was being controlled? What was the term? Do you remember? So, do you remember the term? Yes. Thermoregulation. The temperature will be controlled in the body in the thermoregulation. If the water is controlled in the body, that is the osmoregulation. Thermoregulation, both are being controlled by this part. Which part? This part. Name of this part? Hypothalamus. You got two important functions of hypothalamus: controlling all endocrine glands, having a boss office of P gland, pituitary gland in the hypothalamus, and another function to control the temperature, to control the water concentration. Antidiuretic hormone was also being secreted from P gland, but under order of hypothalamus. So hypothalamus is thermostat, maintaining the temperature concentration. Now I will discuss one by one these parts in the next session. And also one thing I would like to tell you, that cerebral hemisphere, because midbrain, hindbrain you will also study, that is not much major part of the brain. The major part of the brain, cerebral hemisphere. I will divide the cerebral hemisphere into 4 parts, which will tell us that which part you can speak, by which part you can listen, by which part you can receive the sensations from the skin, by which part you can hear by ears. So this will be very important session is upcoming, because the parts of the brain are not much important, the functions of the parts of the brain, because when you are speaking you will be, look here, I tell you, did you listen from any doctor or any sensible person that when you have got injury at the backside mean dorsal side of the brain, any backside, any fall, any person fell down due to motorbike or due to any reason, and his backside touches the road, the vision will be affected. The eyes at the dorsal side and the back side is affected. What is the reason? Back side of the brain, back side of the cerebrum is controlling the vision. I will teach you eye structure, I will confirm this thing. So mean that parts of the cerebrum are so important, because all functions related with the cerebrum, and cerebrum has many parts controlling many functions. I will tell you this part. When I was talking about the back part of the brain, I was talking about this part, the back part was controlling the vision. Look here written occipital lobe. So why not I tell you now? Occipital lobe, OCCIPI. So I am going to explain these lobes now in the upcoming sessions with the functions and also the midbrain and the hindbrain. Thank you very much, students of the 10th class. I hope you are revising previous sessions because these sessions will be very useful in upcoming examinations. Allah.